ฮัลโหลเทส1 2 3เทสโอเคได้ไม่รู้กระตุกเปล่าเดี๋ยวดูอีกทีนะครับก็สวัสดีท่านผู้ชมทุกท่านเลยผมท่านอยู่เกม NBA2K21 นะครับนี่เราก็เล่นเกมแรกเลยกันนะครับนี่เราก็อยู่ที่เมืองนะเพราะคลิปก่อนเราปิดว่าปิดที่เมืองนะเอ้ยอันนี้อะไรชุดเหรออ้าวซื้อชุดใหม่เหรอกางเกงซื้อใหม่เกงนี่ดีกว่าไม่เปลี่ยนนะเปลี่ยนไม่ได้ทั้งอันเปลี่ยนได้ละโอ้แต่สีดำเลือกปะซื้อมาก็ไม่เปลี่ยนเนี่ยสีดำดีกว่านะดำดีกว่าโอเคเริ่มครับเกมแรกนะฮะเกมแรกเราแข่งกับใครอะไรเจอเคอรี่ไม่กลัวครับเรามีไซออนครับแบกได้ครับไซออนเอาแย่งสีขาวเลยละกันเขาเล่นบ้านเราหรือเปล่าวะใหญ่เขาใส่เสื้อสีเงินครับสะพานทองอุ้ยกระตุก
Welcome to a very special edition of NBA2K TV from Summer League in Las Vegas. We have a very fun episode coming up for you, including highlights from Summer League, rookies talking NBA2K, and the inside scoop on NBA2K22 from Mike Wang. Let's go.
ดูแล้วลื่นมาดี
The Mississippi River and the skyline of New Orleans, as beautiful as, and now the Golden State Warriors start. Wiseman's out there with Eric Passer. And there's Darius Miller, and it's Curry, and it's Mannion in at the shooting guard position. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Boomer out there at Bledsoe, and it's Adams in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Mannion, and it's sent back by Bledsoe. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. No good from Boomer. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their money?
I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
The ability to finish off contact, and it's just not the strength, it's the body control.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And that one is hammered home.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the start.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Boomer, and he throws it down hard with one hand. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that
ตอน
moment.
นี้วิ่งเข้ากลางรัวเลยค่ะ
Curry on the wing for the three. Another
ตรง
three
นี้
for
กันแยก
Golden
กัน
State.
วิ่งเลยครับ
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And he dunks it down.
Okay.
Into
Big
his
man.
own hand.
Yeah, we
Big man.
didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and his lead the scores.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely
ในหัว
outmatched
ใจเป้า
in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
First time out of the game called for New Orleans.
ไม่ไกลมากบอลมาแทนนะบอลเป็นเครื่องกันดีอยู่นะโอ้โห3-1โอ้ยต้องตี
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Curry. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it up.
It's a seesaw battle. Both
แข่งกัน
teams
เราไม่ได้
are pretty evenly matched, and the score
แข่ง
reflects
กัน
it.
ไม่ได้
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Boomer, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. It's the Pelicans 5. Pass to Pascal. Here's Curry, and he uses
อุ้ยล
the
งอีก
glass
เหรอ
on the layup.
ถ้ายกมือแบบนั้น
Curry's got 15.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And given his style, it feels like Curry could play as long as he wants.
Why not?
คืออย่างรวดเร็ว
Never lose is your jump shot. Plus, Steph, he can beat you with instinct,
Curry.
awareness, rather than relying on his
เฮ้ย
explosive
โอ้เมื่อกี้นั่ง
athleticism.
ดู
And
ได้
if his team keeps their offensive style of play, oh, he can play for free.
And the basket by Pascal.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Look, it's crucial for Ingram to keep getting stronger. I mean, so he can continue to finish off tough buckets like this.
Curry passes to Pascal. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wiseman with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid
ออน
off.
ไป
Yep, that one goes.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
แล้วให้ดูการเซนเตอร์แทนเลยนะ
Adams against Curry.
Wait,
And it's
foul.
Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Some nice passing by Golden State. Shot clock at 5.
ลงอ่ะ
Here's Mannion. The
Low.
rebound by Brandon
ผู้ห
Ingram.
ญิงไม่ลง
The game has been very close in a lot of areas. But
May phang
rebounding
may phang
has
nào ạ?
been the one differentiator thus far.
How about the
Nằmนะครับ
inventiveness from Ingram, not to only see his open teammate, but deliver the pass as well.
เฮ้ยจ้า
Mannion the pass to Curry. Floats one. He lays it in. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, that's all about fruit.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
ไม่ลง
Off target from three-point range. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Boomer and good that time. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these
he sends you over to David
กูหาแล้วสอง
Aldridge
แต้ม
from
เดิ
the
มเลย
sideline. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half
เซอร์
momentarily.
วี่ผมกันไม่ค่อยได้หรอวะกันไม่ได้พอ
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look that he wanted.
They're working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Mannion. Eric Pasco out there with Weissman. Then there's Darius Miller, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Timberwolves was terrific. He added 37 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg,
Man,
if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Here's Mannion, and it's Mannion with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
And Adams gets it to go down. The assist by Bledsoe. And the Pelicans lead by 2. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. And the pass to Mannion. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Shots good by Bledsoe.
And boy, their offense becomes all the more efficient when Bledsoe is knocking those down. And it just opens up the passing lanes for him as well.
Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Boomer. That one goes. Count it. Boomer's got 22.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Unhindered, going all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to have.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
More rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They got a lot to talk about.
A big good substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes is checked in for Steven Adams. Daniel Tice comes in for Zion Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And Ball subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
And so assured, can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
Back to Tice. Doesn't go for it. Great D that time from Love. And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, Love gets it going. He is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was a step.
เมื่อกี้ผมกดยกมืออะเดี๋ยวนะมันโดดยังไงน่ะยกมืออ๋อยกมือมาพอดีแล้วมันอันนี้โคตรสวยผมบล็อกเหรอ
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. Just 4 to shoot.
Love works his tail off down there, which which is why he's able to pick up these type of fouls.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Toscano's checked in. Pelicans leading by 5. Pass to Boomer. He digs the rim with a two-hand slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them.
อย่างนี้เหรอเฮ้ย
Smith up top, guarded by Boomer. Here's Mannion. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. Mannion's got 4 points this quarter. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Left side, Ball passes it to Boomer. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Love with a wide open look. On target with his 3.
As good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to just survive a victory like that.
Another bucket and close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Now here is Smith, defended by Boomer. The drive by Smith. And here's Love from the arc. It's rebounded by Tice. Here's Boomer. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Pelicans on top, up by
หนักเพื่อ
9.
เนี่ยต้องไปกันบล็อกด้วยเหรอ
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm
จังหวะที่ผม
assist
บล็อก
of
เป็น
the
จังหวะ
game.
สำคัญด้วยครับ
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
โอ้ห่างกัน
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4.
แต่มันท่าได้
That's
แข่งเลย
Boomer.
นี่
And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. The pass to Boomer. Back to Williamson. Haskell with the steal. Pass to Wiseman. Now here's Love. Final quarter
ผม
here.
เล่นแต่ว่าภาคนี้ผม
Just
ทำตัว
over a
เที่ยงหรือ
minute
เปล่า
and a
เลย
half. Rejected by Ingram.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here is Boomer, covered by Smith. Feeds to Adams.
เฮ้ยได้
Shooting
โอ้โห
foul
ไม่
as
ล
the
งนะ
whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
ควรลงนะจ
Not the
ริง
last time
Ui.
we'll see that.
อะไร
Adams
อ่ะ
is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
And the Pelicans making a change
คนนี้
here.
คือไม่
Bledsoe's
แม่นหรอ
checked in. Miller's checked in
ไม่
for
ทำ
the
ดูแข่ง
Warriors. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here's Wiseman.
เฮ้ย
Second chance effort. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here is Boomer. Oh, and that one, no question. Fired it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
8 แต้มครับ
Come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And there's the call. It's
โอ้
going to be an
ย
illegal
สกิน
screen.
กูแล้ว
When a pick like that is rushed the boy and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Mannion, he's checked in for Golden State.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end.
An underrated two-way player. Bledsoe wows you with his offense, but he's also made the all-defensive first team. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 18. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Boomer.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Wiseman with the ball. Adams on him. Wiseman the pass to Mannion.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by New Orleans.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Kerr. Pass to Boomer. Out to the right wing. The dish to Adams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A massive energy force.
ที่ถ้าผมส่งได้แค่มอนแบบว่าเอาแบบต้องโดดรับหน้าแต่หน้าที่แข่งมาแต่ใจออนต้องโดดรับเปลี่ยนจังหวะเป็นจังหวะ
And the Warriors with the completed 5 on the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Boomer.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. No good on the free throw. Jackson Hayes is checked in for New Orleans. Little comes in for Eric Bledsoe. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Golden State with it. 19-point game. Here's Boomer. And the layup's good off the glass. Boomer's got 39.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Belich. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Boomer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Right wing. Here's Hodges. Around the back and lays it in.
Oh, and look what this fella can do. Beautiful.
Ball's knocked loose. And here's the break. And now the Pelicans on the break. The shot's good from Boomer.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are sure. Come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play smart.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
You know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helped, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Olton, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
3,000 นี่ก็สบายนะอัพก่อนทีนี้ผมจะอัพโฟกัสอัพอย่างเดียวละน่าจะอัพให้เต็มนะครับอัพไปเรื่อยอัพเรื่อยๆนะแล้วก็ป้องกันเนี่ยผมก็อยากอัพเหมือนกันแต่ต้องอัพการส่งแล้วก็ชูตก่อนครับป้องกันนี่ยังไม่ค่อยสำคัญเพราะทำแต้มได้อยู่แล้วเดี๋ยวอัพส่งแล้วก็อัพชูตเรื่อยๆน่าจะดี
Amazing feeling. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and just trying to make a player that looks like me, but not really that close, is really special that I actually get to have somebody that looks exactly like me. I'm really excited for that.
This is a dream come true, you know. When I was little and I was playing 2K, I would always think about, damn, like, I should be there one day, you know. I want to be there one day, and here we are.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
How does it feel that you're going to be in NBA2K?
It's crazy. For being a video game played it my whole life growing up, you know, with all my guys.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David Banks. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Boomer out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Robert Covington out there with Oliver. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. We've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me argue all the way back to one of my teammates, Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played.
ยังไปไหนเนี่ยคนที่เก่งที่สุดโอลิเวอร์อายังหายเหรออายังย้ายทีมไปเหรอ
Alongside, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And Adams has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans, and this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And you know, they might not be in the same conference, but with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference too.
Middleton, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
They push it up 4 on 3. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan, able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Some solid defense from Ingram.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
The shot's good from Boomer.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Williamson against Middleton. The shot missing. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Here's Boomer. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish. And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's the pass to Holiday. 5 on the clock. No good. Great D that time from Boomer.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And that one's good.
ไม่เลย
Nice play. And you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Middleton. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. It's to DiVincenzo.
โอ้แล้วมันไม่ถูกนะ
Tight side Holiday. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
ครับผมเห็นครับเขาทำออกครับเขาทำออก
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Oliver. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Robert Covington. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Drew Holiday. New Orleans also making some changes. Hayes comes in for Adams. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Eric Bledsoe. Here is Boomer. Ingram passes to Boomer. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
They have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Bucks trail by 13. And here is DiVincenzo. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Jackson. And just miss after miss right now.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ball with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Both free throws good from Boomer. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Stolen. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Count the basket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Boomer, defended by DiVincenzo. Bart, that's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And too long on the shot. Uncovered, and he hits the jumper for 2. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's New Orleans with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead at 16.
ไม่ได้ครับเมื่อกี้อยากชู2 แต้มเหมือนกันนะแต่แบบ
We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some
80
group substitution here for Milwaukee. Oliver's checked in for Batum. Robert Covington comes in for James Johnson. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Drew Holiday in for Reggie Bullock.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
They've got Oliver. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
Oh, you're right, DA. He is strong. Thanks for that report. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up. The Bucks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Here is Boomer, defended by Covington. And that one's good, Williamson.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Puts it up. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And so it's... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Boomer out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center position. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin,
wow.
I didn't have any to it, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. The 2 of us went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. They're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Johnson, he's checked in for Oliver. Batum comes in for Robert Covington. Jackson, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Drew Holiday. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
You know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
That is just careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Outside, Batum. Jackson kicks to Bullock. Just 5 to shoot. Batum passes to Jackson. Wing shot on the way.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Warriors was superb. He scored 41 points and did his job on defense with an impressive number of steals. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Back to DiVincenzo. Passes it to Johnson. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Shot up 2 there. Bullock's got his second bucket of the night. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Chandler Hut.
อ้าวได้ไปพักนะครับอ๋อน่าจะเล่นเคาน์เตอร์4เลยโอ้โหเดี๋ยว30 วิให้กูเล่น
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Inside.
แล้วไม่ส่งให้เพื่อนข้างซ้ายอ่ะ
Shot is off. Milwaukee's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. For 3, Middleton. That one misses. Here is Boomer, defended by Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pelicans have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. He's off on the first.
70 เซนลูกหนึ่งก็ได้นะ
And the second free throw, good. Here's Oliver, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. New Orleans on top. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Robertson is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Campazzo. The shot. No good. Good D by Williamson. Here's Boomer. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now the feed to Covington. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Campazzo Covered by Boomer. It's hauled in by Adams.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
เฮ้ยตัวทะลุตัวทะลุยังไง
Here is Boomer. And Adams now top of the key. Mr. Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot.
แล้ววิ่งออกมาตัดเขาเฉยเลยแล้วเรายิ่งส่งไม่ค่อยได้อยู่ปล่อยแม่งเลย
The pass to Robertson. From down in the low post. It goes. Robertson's got his first points in the game. For New Orleans, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Williamson right side. Shoots over Covington. And it's Williamson missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Connaughton. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Here's Boomer. Rebound, Milwaukee. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
It's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and they have to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series here against the Bucks.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Boomer.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
Campazzo banked in off the glass.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here is Boomer, defended by Middleton. No good from Boomer. Now here's Middleton. Pass to Connaughton. Johnson left side. Over Hart. Johnson gets the bucket.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
วันนี้ผมก็จะมีสตรีมวันนี้ด้วยครับเพราะว่าต้องเก็บวอลเลอร์พาร์โนเลอร์พาร์ยังไม่ได้เลย1,000หรอ1,300เพิ่มอีกเท่าไหร่ได้85วะเนี่ย2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 20,000นะเนี่ยใกล้ออสตาร์ยังไงโอ้อีกนานออสตาร์อีกนานครับเฮ้ยใส่ชุดนี้มัน
You've been playing 2K all your life. What modes do you play on?
I play everything. Team up, my career, my team.
I play my career. I play all-star team up with my friends online. I do fantasy leagues. I do all that. I'm a 2K head.
I play it all.
Really?
I play everything else. When it comes to 2K, I consider myself the guy.
The action always in full swing near the front.
จริงๆเราข้ามไปออสตาเลยก็ได้นะแต่ว่าออสตาเนี่ยถ้าเราข้ามเลยผมอยากเล่นไทยออนก่อนเว้ยเพราะผมย้ายทีมผมเล่นสัญญามาแค่1 ปีนะครับแต่ว่าเซ็นต่อไม่ได้แต่อยากอยู่แค่1 ปีแล้วเปลี่ยนทีมดูครับอยากลองเล่นหลายทีมดูครับเพื่อแบบจะได้ความสำคัญที่เล่นแฟนกับคนอื่น
Steve Howe Strange and Wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble.
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
Williamson and finished off Greg Williamson.
Unbelievable hand giving the crowd its money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Outside White for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Fast break, here they come. Johnson against Williamson.
เยอะมากเลยเข้าไม่ได้ครับ
Here is Boomer. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Murray the pass to Vassell. Now Pirtle. Johnson outside.
เฮ้ยมันเลี้ยงอะไรอ่ะเฮ้ยเลี้ยงอะไร
6 on the shot clock. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
ไปออนไปออน
To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up. So important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
Now here's White. He had an 18-point in the last game against Charlotte. Nice shot.
มาทำไมตรงนี้
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Williamson, the pass to Boomer.
And
he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Did you see that? Beautiful find by Derek White. When you start your career with Coach Popovich, you either make the next pass or you don't get minutes.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter, and the shot is good.
It really has been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. He said Zion Williamson is at his most dangerous when he's playing on a full tank of gas. Coach said we need to make him expend energy at both ends. Try to wear him down, at least a little. The problem is, of course, Zion now expects teams to try that. He's finding ways to adjust. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
ผมวิ่งเร็วเกินไปแล้วมันเบรกไม่ทันนะมันหาวิธีเบรกไงวะเนี่ย
Checked in for Steven Adams. Daniel Tice comes in for Zion Williamson. And ball subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Shots good for Boomer.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one.
บอลมาแล้วครับบอลมาแล้ว
Jackson looking around.
เฮ้ยขี่เข้ากลางแล้วเพื่อนตัดด้วย
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And at his peak.
โอ้ยได้พักนะครับรีบหน้าเราหมดพอดีต่อมาครับ
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here is Boomer. He's covered by Murray. Passes to
ไม่
Boomer.
ได้เข้ากลางแยกให้แต่ว่าเข้าผมกลางเลย
Back to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Adams.
ตัดเลยเพื่อน
And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Boomer. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
ทำไมไซออนอย่างนี้ไม่ค่อยชอบวิ่งขีดกลางเลยนะ
Here is Boomer. He's got 8. And Pirtle sends it back.
ตบสองคนเลยเหรอตบได้ไงอ่ะวิ่งมาตบข้างหลังเหรอโอ้โห
Found.
Wow.
Last touch by Pirtle. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
ถ้าลุมกันขนาดนี้ก็เอาเลยก็ได้นะไม่ว่าอะไร
Over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Here's Boomer.
So quick off the floor. Murray can afford to wait until the shooter commits.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
งั้นต้องให้3 แต้มชูดครับ
Johnson outside.
ต้องทำ3 แต้ม
Pirtle dishes to
แต่ว่า
White.
ผมทำไม่ได้ครับผมไม่อยากมากให้คนที่แม่3 แต้ม
Back to Pirtle. Spurs working the ball around now. Goes back up. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Ingram. Fires from deep, and the 3 ball is good. Ingram's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans.
How about the confidence from Brandon Ingram? Knows what it takes to knock that one down.
Murray the pass to Vassell. Here's Pirtle. Johnson outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Love how Pirtle gets his guys involved, whipping the ball around quickly.
Here is Boomer. He's covered by Murray. Johnson over to help.
ไซออนทำไมไม่วิ่งเข้ากลางไซออนในโดนเบรกหรือว่าอะไร
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he's got his first
คือ
free
ช็อต
throw
เมื่อกี้เราไซออนวิ่งเข้ากลาง6 อันนะครูบะยังไงก็ได้ครับแต่ไซออนอยู่ดีมันก็หยุดเฉยเลยผมนึกว่ามันจะวิ่งเข้ากลางผมก็รีบส่งเลย
And the Pelicans making a change here.
ไว้ใจไซออนไม่
Ball's
ค่อยได้
checked
แล้ว
in. San Antonio also making a switch. Walker's checked in for White.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
เขายากจังบอลอยู่ฝั่งซ้าย
Here is Boomer, guarded by Walker. Rejected by Walker, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Daniel Tice comes in for Zion Williamson. The Spurs also changing it up. Blake Griffin comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's DeRozan in for Johnson.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Murray outside. Pass to Vassell. Now the pass to Murray. 5 to shoot. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
I just love this kid's fearlessness. Goes right at him, draws contact. It doesn't matter to him.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And DeRozan. Here we go. And finished off by DeRozan.
DeMar is so dangerous when he's attacking the rim. Great drive.
Here's Boomer. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Ball, the pass to Bruno. It's Ingram on the wing. Passes it to Boomer. Up top, Tice. To the middle. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans.
ไม่ไกลมากแต่ก็ได้อยู่ก็ห่างพอดีโฟพอสมควรต้องทำแต้มพลาดเยอะไปครับ
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. I don't like what Boomer has done in this game.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Here's Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Is out there with Johnson. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Murray. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Bucks put on a show. He had 42 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got to do today.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Great.
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of. His level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Here is Boomer. Light covering. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. On Jakob Poeltl.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
The steal. Here's Boomer in a big-time jam right there.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Here's Walker and the dunk by Walker.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Williamson outside. And another 3 for New Orleans.
เมื่อกี้ผมกำลังปล่อยมาเพื่อหาว่าใครว่าง
They've been able to get these good looks.
And DeRozan kicks to Johnson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. DeRozan, a shot that time not on target. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Boomer, and that one is stuffed right through.
Whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down.
San Antonio calls timeout. I don't like what Boomer has done in this game.
Good decision to regather, talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
The Spurs making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Eubanks the pass to Jackson. That one falls. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Outside, Walker. Back to Jackson. And the call will go against Boomer. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously, there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time as far as social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
Walker finds Jackson. Spurs working the ball around now. DeRozan bounce pass. Shot clock at 5. The 11-footer. And the shot falls short this time.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Griffin's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 22. And there's the pass to Boomer. To the inside. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 6.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And so it's New Orleans finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is...
Team's making some changes here. Johnson with it. Now defended by Adams. Pass to Vassell. And Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had 2 women drafted. Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin. I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure was Cheryl Miller.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. That's Boomer. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Shot clock at 6. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Kicks it out to Williamson. is Boomer. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Little. He's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Here's Alexander Walker. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Boomer. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. On the wing, Johnson. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Johnson over to help. And Adams with the shot.
Seeing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Boomer.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for him. Daniel Tice is checked in for New Orleans. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that disback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leading freebies at the line.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Rhodes. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here is Boomer. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it. We saw these stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Ray Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
ติดตามเราไม่ถึงล้านเลยเปล่าวะถึงล้านยังเอ่ยไปอัพก่อนอัพส่ง 2,000 อัพส่งเต็มแล้วปุ๊บเราจะไปอัพชุดเลยครับถ้าอัพชุดมาปุ๊บเราก็จะโคตรจะเก่งเลยตอนนี้จะเก่งมากเสื้อหน้าสีแต่สีนี้แล้วกันสีขาวนะ
Is there anything about your appearance that they need to get right in the game?
For sure the smile, for sure.
Definitely the hair and the headband. That's kind of the way that my look's going now. So that's priority number one.
Everything. It better look exactly like me. I'm talking about head, the hair, the eyebrows, the nose, facial structure. I need everything, man. I need the shot form. I want everything.
What do you think your highest...
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. And let's...
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George, Luke Kennard out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Boomer, and it's Adams in at the center position. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. You see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
Now, here's Kennard. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. It's count that one from Boomer.
Yeah, and Ball, transcendent talent. I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here is Boomer. Kennard covering. Boomer the pass to Adams. Williamson kicks the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Boomer. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Nobody near George. And it's off from 3-point range. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming out in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride. The rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now, here's Kennard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland. And George kicks to Rose. Goes up with a stripe. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Here's Boomer. Missed inside.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Another shot. And it's Zubac weighing it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Right side Rose takes the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Rose has got 5 now.
Well, the rise and fire, now money in the bank for Derrick Rose. What beautiful development of the jump shot.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard. The Pelicans have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And the Clippers looking who they've got. Rose is out there with Paul George. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Niang in at the four-man position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Spurs, lit up the floor. He had 35 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his teammates involved. Very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here is Boomer. He's covered by Rose. Boomer the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Difficult to guard and pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness along with that strength just so weak.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. And anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's George. Here's Zubac. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance.
The shot's good from Boomer.
This guy's been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now here's Rose, covered by Boomer. To the paint, here's George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others. And this guy is so tough to deal with.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra. Oh, where did that come from? Rose kicks to Niang. Clippers moving the ball around. Down low, here's Rose. Takes it off the glass. Rose has got 11 points.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench, ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Daniel Tice is checked in for Steven Adams, and it's Josh Hart in for Ingram. It's tipped. They recover it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Pelicans making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Lee outside. It's Morris atop the key. Pelicans with the rebound.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just didn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot. And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special. That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has often the charts, and the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Nice passes to Hart.
เพื่อนหาคนที่บ้านนี่ไอ้นั่นน่ะ
The pass to Boomer. And it's good, 2 points. Boomer's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Boomer, and it's Adams in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Outside, George. Pass to Kennard. Outside, Rose. Back to Kennard. The shot, no good. Good D by Williamson.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep and his eyes light up, his shooting is just out of this world.
Zubats against Adams. Rose passes to George. Passes it to Niang. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Boomer. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Zubats kicks to George. Pass to Kennard. Rose surveying the D. The pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 16. It's good. Nice touch there from Boomer. Boomer's got 9 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rose dishes to George. Inside. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Boomer. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
For New Orleans, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. To the paint. Here's Okuru.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Boomer, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Pass to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the game, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Nails the wide open jump shot. 8 points for him. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Here is Boomer, defended by George. Passes to Tice. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Hart. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Here's Boomer. Hammers it down off the coast break.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Kicks it to George. On the wing, Morris. Pelicans pull it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
George, that's a 2-pointer. That one rolling around and rims out.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Pass to Boomer. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
ตรงนี้เข้าเราอยู่ปะผมน่าจำนะเปล่าวนตัวเท่ากันเปล่าหัวเท่าไหร่มันเอง
And here is Los Angeles now. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans on top, opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George, and it's Coffee in at the 3. 6 to shoot. Here's George, and the basket is good.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Hart, that's good.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6+ fouls, and then they can stay in the game.
I think something along those lines makes sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a third and a second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
ได้ทันรู้สึกว่าทำเป็น8 แต้มเลยเหรอ16 15
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Right side Rose. No good there. Adams, some nice D. Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Boomer, and it's good for 2. Boomer's got 34.
And it's something we don't see nearly as much as we used to. The finger roll.
Now here's Rose. He's guarded closely. Morris passes to Kennard. Out to the wing, and the wide open shot from Rose. From outside, off the mark. New Orleans has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. The feed now to ball. Over Kennard. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball against Kennard. Here's Morris, and Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
The free throw.
นี่ตอนนี้อยู่เนี่ยโอ้โห17 ปีให้มาเล่น
Off the inbound pass, and he jams it with authority.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition.
Boomer, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
อัพไปแค่ขีด2 ขีดอัพไปน้อยจังโอ้ได้เป็นการ์ดที่1แล้วครับผม Power Forward โอ้ได้เป็นการ์ดอันดับ 1ด้วยโคตรแชมป์อะสเตมิน่าปี92อัพถ้าอัพดีอัพแบบนี้อย่าอัพเซตนี้ให้หมดก่อนมากเลยอัพนี้ให้หมดก่อนใกล้ละใกล้เต็มละแล้วอัพชูตติ้งได้ถึง5 ตาผมก็จะได้เต็มละอันนี้มามาชุดไหนดีก็ผมจะใส่ชุดเหลืองมั้งอะลองดิลองใส่ชุดเหลืองมั้ง
You have any feedback? Do you want to give our gameplay director, Mike Wang?
With the graphics, you know, obviously are where they need to be, and the motions and movements getting better too. So I mean, just keep working on your craft, but you know, you're doing a good job.
Do you want to say anything to Mike Wang? Because we're actually going to have him on the show soon. So do you have anything that?
Mike, can I get the logo, please? That's all I want. I've been dreaming.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Conley out there with Grant. Then there's Cobb. And there's Monk. And it's Bay in at the 3, the small forward. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Boomer. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here is Boomer. To the middle. Plumlee with the rebound. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game. You know, Cobb was born ready for the NBA. Everywhere he goes, he's the one to watch, and for good reason. He's truly a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Here's Grant after the made shot from Boomer. Here's Bay. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio. Just 2 to shoot. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Now here's Cobb. Defended by Boomer.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the need just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Cobb, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bledsoe outside. Here is Boomer. 38 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Adams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And Ball subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Lee. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Hard to guard when he's that close, Grant. Really good at drawing the defense in.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Cobb. Also, Monk out there. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin.
Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Clippers, put on a show. He dropped in 38 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
And David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Monk, the pass to Kane. And here is Monk. 17 points in his last outing. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
A lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. From the arc. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Cobb.
And nowadays, everyone is taking three-pointers. Cobb showing you the touch from deep. Nice.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Kane. At the top of the key, Plumlee. Kicks to Monk. At the top of the key, Cobb. Another three for Detroit.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Boomer. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Bledsoe has been shown and known to be a scorer in this league, but he will play unselfish. Made the right play there.
Pass to Cobb. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been fine. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ball's checked in for Eric Woodson. And then for Detroit, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Plumlee. And it's Grant in for Kane. That free throw good from Williamson. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys that were some. Gary Payton got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And there it is for him. Williamson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, a little contact from the defense goes a long way for Zion Williamson.
Grant outside. Cobb in the corner. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Loads it up for Williamson. Hammers the alley through.
Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Now, here's Cobb. Defense is right there.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Here's Boomer. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one.
A smart play, signs of Zion Williamson picking up what it is that's going on out there and being efficient.
And Cobb puts up a deep 3 and hits the step-back jump shot. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, David. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Boomer out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Williamson outside. There's the pass to Boomer. Looking for Adams. He gets it there to the inside. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Now, here's Cobb, defended by Boomer. Basket good. Cobb's got 21 in the game.
And they say that mid-range J is a dying shot, but Cobb enjoys knocking it down from there. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Monk kicks to Plumlee. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Ingram with the steal. At the elbow, Williamson. Beyond the arc. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Williamson. Williamson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Here's Poole. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He kicks it to Green. Bobbed up there for Green. On the wing, Lee, covered by Boomer. Pass to Bay. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not doing a terrible job there.
Sometimes it's the ripcord you have to pull, Kevin, regarding Zion. The only way to stop him is to foul.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pistons trail by 10. Lee outside. Passes it to Bay. It's blocked.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this game.
Did you see right there? That is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
Lee passes to Bay. Here's Poole. Up top, Plumlee. Pass to Bay. Lock at 6. Shoots over Ingram. Bay, no good.
Keep giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Hayes the pass to Boomer. Williamson with it. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
That's such an easy assist. Zion presenting himself in a great position to score the ball.
Here's Poole. No good. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been putting on a... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lines. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Detroit. Monk is out there with Combs. And it's Green. Then there's Plumlee. And it's Bay in at the small forward. That's good from Boomer. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Doubled by Boomer. And Adams sends it back.
Well, the size of Steven Adams one thing, but persistence is another.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here is Boomer. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that one's good.
Timeout. Yeah, pretty dialed in right now as Zion is hitting everything. The team hoping he can maintain this.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Mo Wagner's checked in for Draymond Green. Pistons trailed by 19. The pass to Monk. Here's Cobb. Connects from three-point range. Cobb's got 24.
Defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class. Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5 stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
Okafor is checked in for Mo Wagner. Time now for an injury report.
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for Detroit gave us some status update. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. I don't want to hear this news as most teams are starting to hit their stride, so they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon. And Monk made second-team All-American in his only year with the Wildcats, looking unstoppable on many occasions.
I mean, he just overwhelmed college opponents with his athleticism. But you get to the NBA, you find out how many great athletes are in this league. That's when you have to retool aspects of the game, which is what Monk is in the process of doing.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Adams with the slam.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Back to Okafor. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Boomer. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Cobb, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
It always feels like Cobb plays bigger than his size out there, especially when he gets inside.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Boomer. Loose. I'm with it. Now guarded by Boomer. Steps back and shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Cobb's got 12 points in just the second half. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good. As Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. He's just showing off right now. When Cobb gets into the air, he's crafty with how he throws it down.
1:33 left in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Boomer.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Cobb, drains the three-pointer. Cobb's got 33 points.
Well, the pass was right where it needed to be for Cobb. He rises up and lets that fly.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And once they smell blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
It's good from Wagner. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Boomer. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
ได้ตามเพิ่มมา10,000เลยนะเยอะอยู่14,000เลยเพิ่มเยอะครับเพิ่มเยอะครับนับมันประมาณ1,300หรอเพิ่มขึ้นไหมเนี่ยหรือ1,400อ๋อมันเพิ่ม1,395ตลอดจะได้ครับอีก4 ตาก็เจอกับเคอรี่พอดีเคอรี่ทีมนี้หรอเฮ้ยสีแดงมันดีกว่า
You've seen the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike.
อาจจะเปิดซีรีส์ด้วยการจะแบบเปิดเนื้อเรื่องอันนี้มัน
Scenario view of our location. Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Boomer, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. And for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley the duo with the forward. Halliburton is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Jordan in at the center position. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends. Games count extra, different seeding, position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah, this is where Zion is improving, taking advantage of the defensive attention he receives.
Halliburton passes to Fox.
ไม่ลงครับดูครับ
Here's Boomer, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Williamson. Bagley with the rebound. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Fox passes to Jordan. Good D by Williamson. On offense, here are the Pelicans.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the call will go against Boomer. That's his first foul. And it's the Kings with the ball. Barnes, right side. Outside. It's the three-point bomb.
You got to appreciate how Fox reads the defense. I mean, he has a good feel for when to fire off the pass.
Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of four-men playing a lot of post-up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Kings getting the bucket.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
Swiped away. Here's Boomer, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
It's the mark, and there's the nice layup by Fox. Fox has got 7 points in the game. Down low, and the dunk by Williamson.
I mean, big finish by Zion. Expect him to spend a lot of time at the rim throughout his career.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Luke Walton. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. They can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
It'll take tremendous energy and focus any day, but if they can stay locked in, they give themselves a good chance to get the win.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
They just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Now, here is Bell. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. There's Ball with the three, and another three for New Orleans.
A work in progress, but the ball needs to keep developing his three-pointer and open things up a bit.
Pass to none. Off the run. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Bell against Tice. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Green with the block.
And what Green lacks in height, he makes.
Their first free throw of the game here.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Harrison Barnes is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Fox. Then it's Halliburton, and it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the five out there for the Kings.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
It's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Now, here's Bagley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Fox. That one wide left.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that. Oh, he's the perfect alley-oop partner. Zion showing the lift about his hands. And we all know how it is.
Here's Fox. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Here's Barnes. And again, unable to change momentum here. Loads it up for Williamson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Not a lot good Boomer has done in this game.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Eric Bledsoe is checked in for New Orleans.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Shoots off the step back. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
An underrated two-way player that also wows you with his offense, but he's also made the all-defensive first team.
Pelicans shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. He's perfect from the line this time. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Fox with it. 25 points last game. And the call will go against Boomer. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now the pass to Nunn. Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And then there's Steven Adams. That's Boomer. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Pistons was superb on the floor. He dropped in 38 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Now, here's Fox. Guarded by Boomer.
Developing different parts of his game. Fox knows he has to enhance his pull-up jump shot.
นำอยู่
Now a
30 แต้ม
timeout called by New Orleans. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons. But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has.
จะไปพักเลยอยากตบอ่ะอยากตบอ่ะอยากบอกอยากบอก
1:58 left in the third. Back to none. Pass to Halliburton. Good ball movement here by the Kings. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Nunn's got 4 this quarter.
That's a feed the green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Josh Hart. Pelicans shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. That free throw good from Boomer. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here is Halliburton. Tee right on him. Stolen by Ball. And now the Pelicans on the break.
Solid is swiping the ball away. Ball is great at studying his man and anticipating his next move.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. Pass to Nunn. Kicks it to Little. Back to Nunn. Lays it up and banks it in. Nunn's got 12 in the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Count that bucket.
And Bledsoe, one of the most efficient finishers in our league.
เบอร์ 5 ใครอะผมขอดูแป๊บนึงฮะเบอร์ 5 ใครอะโอ้ตัวเลขมันไม่บอกกันเหรอคนนี้มันเนี่ยเบอร์ 5 โอ้โห75เอง
Player of his size, he is extremely polished inside.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Okafor. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Halliburton passes to Okafor. Nunn looking around. Knocks it loose. Now, here's Ball. He's guarded closely. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, he's all around player. Lonzo's combination of size and playmaking ability in his position is truly unique.
Ball hits them both. Here's Bagley. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Got a piece of it. And yes, it's good.
You got to play up on him, especially when he's looking to shoot from the mid-range area.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pelicans ahead, opening up a huge gap. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter. Coming up. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Kings. He told me it looks like he broke his toe, and that's why he's in so much pain. And they count on him to provide in all ways. Now, they
that he's out, they're in a precarious situation. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, and you hope to see him back on the court soon.
They've got Bird. Bagley is out there with Little. And it's Poirier in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Rejected by Ingram.
7'3" wingspan Ingram's reach makes him a defensive factor.
New Orleans dictating the flow. Here's Boomer. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And here's Bird for 3. Little with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Ingram is slammed up by Ingram.
The young legs. Ingram getting off the ground for the D can react.
The Kings shooting around 41% on the night.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Bird. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's Boomer. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss, but we'll see how long they can make this last.
Passes it to Poirier. Little comes with the double team. The official signals a jump ball here. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now. It's great that the league has limited hands. Don't be afraid to reach.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Sacramento making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Bagley, and it's Barnes in for Little. Here's Ramsey, covered by Williamson. And there's the pass to Poirier. Bird outside, 6 on the shot clock. Nice open look, but it's no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 33 points for Boomer.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Sacramento making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Pelicans. Bird outside. Trying to end the drought. The offensive rebound. Poirier. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. The Pelicans have got every shot they've taken so far in the 4th quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. The shot's good from Boomer.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Lawrence making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. That's good from Boomer. Now here's Bird. He kicks it to Okafor. Pass to Poirier. 6 to shoot. Here's Bird. Pelicans with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
but you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Boomer.
His passes were crisp tonight, pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. They're on a 20-3 run.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Pass to Bird. Lots of room. Good on the jump shot.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
He's the pass to Boomer. That's blocked by Bird. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Here's Ramsey. Here's the dish to Bird. Pulls up, high post. That's short off the rim. Here is Boomer. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that. I know that sealed.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Allen, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
เฮ้ยนะนี่กินมันก็ได้เลยว่าเนี่ยนะสู้ทีมนี้ครับทีมนี้เอาเป็นเสื้อสีอะไรดีสีนี้นั่นไปครับ
I'm doing so well. So we're getting close to launch time, and you've released some details on your blog and social media. So tell us what's going on with NBA 2K22 that you can share with us.
Oh, well, there's so many things to share, Alexis, and the city got a big rework. On Gen 4, there's a cruise boat. It's crazy. There's just so much going on with gameplay, an all-new defensive mechanic system that feels way
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Spurs taking on the Pelicans. Good Friday night to you, sports fans. And David.
Hey, Kevin.
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Boomer out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at center. And for the Spurs, Johnson is out there with Griffin. Then there's Murray. Then there's Derek White. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Just 5 on the clock. And here is Adams. One-on-one here. Here's Williamson, and the jump by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Pass to Griffin. Back to Murray. Griffin looking around. Outside for Murray. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
You know, that part of Murray's game has to be there for him, and I know how hard he's worked to improve his three-point shooting. Good to see.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Adams, and that's good. Lead pass to get it done.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Floats it up for Williamson. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
This is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
White against Bledsoe. It goes in. Lays it up off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Johnson over to help. Boomer the pass to Adams. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Boomer. Got a hand on it.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end. You don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
And White kicks to Griffin. Plenty of space. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And then for New Orleans, Hayes comes in for Adams. And Ball subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. DeRozan against Ingram. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And many have criticized the Warriors in the past for not being as aggressive with the three-point shot. But I think that's only because he's a guy at that wing position that's kind of a throwback, an old-school player, if you will.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Greg. I mean, he wanted to shoot the three because people were trying to encourage him to do so, but his strength is his mid-range game, and it is old school. It's a bit back to the future, but it's reliable and it's effective for him.
1:46 left in the first quarter. DeRozan. That's good.
You know, they'll put the ball in DeRozan's hands and run the pick and roll all day long. He's phenomenal at getting good shots in that set.
Here's Boomer. And the rejection by Jackson. DeRozan passes to Jackson. Here's Eubanks. And the pass to Purdy. Shot clock at 6. Outside Jackson. On deep. Offensive rebound. Spurs. Walker in the post, covered by Williamson. Pirtle dishes to Jackson. In deep, Walker. And no good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Johnson finds Murray. Now here's Griffin. Back to Murray. Griffin inside. Adams on him. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject it.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Boomer, and it's Adams in at the center. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Kings got the job done. He finished with 47 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. We'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
And David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Here's Griffin. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. No good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Boomer and Griffin sends it back. Here's Vassell. He's covered by Ingram. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pelicans leading by 15. Here's Boomer, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Griffin, following the score by New Orleans. And Adams sends it back. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And some changes here for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Griffin. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Johnson. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Derek White. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And Poeltl sends it back.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Murray, no good. New Orleans gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
เล่นเต็มเวลาทัวร์นะ7 วิเล่นสกีเราลงไปได้ครับ
The shot misses. And so it's New Orleans taking a 19-point lead into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Griffin is out there with Johnson. Then it's White. Then there's Murray. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Because of his strength and his athleticism, he kind of burrows his way inside and gets contact because he's looking for it. No fear from Bledsoe there.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley. And then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. The shot's good from Boomer.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Perhaps the toughest player in the NBA. It's tough to neutralize Adams' impact when he's out there.
Outside Griffin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Adams has got the ball here for the Pelicans. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
There's White. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Griffin. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds.
ได้ไปพักก่อนอันนี้ cover ของกลางคนนี้77เอง
Passes it to Jackson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. DeRozan gets the bucket.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Curtis sends it back. And they get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson. It's his first trip to the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, I think free throw shooting is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's got 15.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And he gets the bucket. Boomer's got 17.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's DeRozan. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
A 3-ball. He can't get that one to fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans ahead, delivering. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go once we set the lineup. So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Daniel Tice. He's out there with Hayes. Boomer out there with Hart. And it's Alexander Walker in at the two-guard position.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to have any cash prizes for the broadcast. Because now I think they're on to something. We could get that. And, you know, and in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Jones the best to Samanic. Here's Eubanks. Outside, Jones. Lock at 6. Pass to Johnson. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. Tice has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Will it go? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here is Boomer, defended by Jones. Over to the wing, to the middle. Here's Adams. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
6 to shoot. They get the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New Orleans.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
So the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
We have 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Boomer.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
That free throw missing.
โอ้ 84% ไม่ลงหรอ
Good on the second free throw.
ลง 84 เมื่อกี้ไม่ลงเจริญ
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The pass to Rhodes. Back to Jones. Pass to Vassell. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Jones, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good from Boomer. Passes to Rhodes. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Boomer, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He hits one and misses one each at the line. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players. จำว่าเซนเตอร์เราด้วยเอาดิโดนดิเดินไปดิประกาศเดินไปดิกูวิ่งรอเลยได้ชัวร์ครับไงได้ชัวร์เซนเตอร์เรา
And here are the Pelicans now.
ได้
Here's Boomer. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
เยอะของเราที่เราห่างกันได้ก็คือ1,500กว่า1,600ขาดอีกเท่าไหร่เนี่ย100 เดียวอ่ะขาดอีก100 เดียวจริงๆโอ้ยโอเคครับผมก็ขอจบไลฟ์สตรีมนี้เจอกันในสตรีมนะครับผมใครที่ยังไม่กดติดตามอย่าลืมกดติดตามผมด้วยนะครับใครที่ยังไม่กดกระดิ่งก็อย่าลืมกดกระดิ่งด้วยนะครับผมจะได้มีการแจ้งเตือนต่างๆเวลาผมไลฟ์สตรีมนะครับไว้เจอกันไลฟ์สตรีมนะครับผมบ๊ายบายครับ